If you're in sales and you feel like your days are never as productive as they should be, like you're always chasing, you're always overwhelmed, and you're not hitting the success that you think you could be hitting right now, you're not alone. I've been there before. I'm gonna show you today the schedule that I've followed for the last 10, 15 years of my sales career that's helped me gross over $1 billion in sales. The schedule that I teach and preach to my guys out there, the schedule that I followed this morning and I'm gonna go back to following after this video, the schedule that I speak about on stage, the schedule that I train companies and salespeople across the country with, you're gonna get it here today. And it all starts with how I structure my day from the very second I wake up in the morning. I'm gonna go through it with you hour by hour and teach you the secret sales schedule to get you pacing for your best sales year ever. My name's Alex Sharafity and I've been selling for the last 15 to 20 years here. Started off in street sales, business to business. Then I went on to phone sales. Then I became a leader in phone sales, then a senior leader. Then I became a consultant, consulting company after company in sales and leadership. And now I came back here selling again and opening my own brokerage with salespeople all across the country working with me here today. This sales formula I've been following forever and it starts at the very beginning. You see, most people think that your schedule is a prison. And I think your schedule is a way to break out of prison because you own it and you control it, meaning that you have to figure out what a successful schedule looks like, and then you have to incorporate those things into your schedule, and then you have to do those things consistently until you feel like those things are habits, because when they're habits, you no longer have to think about them. So I call this a schedule or a structure, but for me, it's habits. Now when I come in, it's automatic to me because I've been doing it for so long. And I want you to get to a point after you start practicing the schedule to make it automatic to you. Because when you control your time, you control your outcomes. And that's where we want you to be. It starts from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Usually in sales, you can't call your clients till 8 a.m. And that first half an hour of the day is so important because it gives me clarity on what I need to do for the day. Look, if you had a car and you asked me to drive your car and I got inside of your car, then it was all bottles on the floor and trash and coffee stains here on the cup holder, and I'm kicking through the bottles to get to the gas pedal and I'm driving and it's freezing on a cold day, how would that drive feel for me? I wouldn't have a good drive. I'd probably be pissed off. I'd be shit talking you for sure. It wouldn't be a good drive. Compared to if you let me use your car and I got in and there was a fresh scent in there smelling beautiful. It was beautifully cleaned, leather, coffee cup waiting for me with fresh hot coffee in there for me. Even my favorite music playing already and the car heated up with the car seat heated up. Everything feeling smooth, and then I start driving. What drive would you prefer? You would prefer the smooth drive, the clean drive, the drive with everything already preferenced the way you want it. Let me ask you a question. If your business was an automobile, which way would you want to drive it? And 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. allows you to clear the surface, clear the slate, clean up, and get yourself a fresh start on the day. Meaning at 7:30, I'm clearing emails and I'm cleaning out texts and I'm writing down my schedule and I'm thinking about my follow-ups and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say to my follow-ups and what they're gonna say back to me and what text I'm gonna send and who I'm gonna call first. I'm prioritizing my day, and that time is so important, especially to me, because it gives me that clarity to start the day. I'm not saying that I do that every single day of my life, but I am saying the days that I do that compared to the days that I don't, I have a much better day when I do. And I'll tell you that every single time for every single salesperson I know. So you gotta be coming in early, 7:30 to 8 a.m. to clear emails, voicemails, text, schedule, visualize, prospect, and think about your day at 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. If you do that, you got your first check of the day. Now let's get into 8 a.m. to noon. I call this sacred sales time. This is the war time in sales. 8 a.m. to noon is the most important block you have, and all that should be on your mind between this block is, how do I get my first deal? Where's my first deal coming from? Is my first deal coming here? I'm gonna go for a first deal here. I'm gonna call this person first deal. I'm gonna text this person first deal. I'm gonna ask for a first deal. A lot of salespeople are eating burritos at their desk from 8 to 12. A lot of salespeople are on TikTok on their phone from 8 to 12. A lot of salespeople are taking morning shits from 8 to 9 o'clock. This is all wrong, and all these small things add up. If you think I'm crazy for this, then you don't really understand how deep and in-depth this sales game is. Every single day, let's say you eat a burrito at your desk from 9:30 to 10. Then every single day after that burrito, you go to the bathroom 15 minutes. Then you come back, go to the vending machine. Well, that's about 40, 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes a day multiplied by 5 days is about what? 5 hours, call it, 4 hours, whatever the hell it is. At the end of the month, what is that? 20 hours, call it? What is it? 20 hours, how many deals do you get? Because I could get one deal every 30 minutes. So for me, that would be 40 deals. Are you losing out 40 deals on a burrito? This is why I'm so crazy about these things, because they truly matter. So anyways, 8 a.m. to noon is nothing but sacred sales time. When I say sacred sales time, the first thing I prioritize is my new clients, of course. These are my fresh clients, my fresh leads. What I just paid for, I gotta call these clients first. After I call all these clients, I go on to my hot clients. These are the clients that I've talked to already. I already established relationships with them. Custom text, custom voicemail, depending on what happened last. And I try to enroll them and get their business. Then after the hot clients, I go on to my prospecting. This could be cold clients, warm clients, blasts that I'm sending out through emails, through email campaigns or text campaigns or voicemail campaigns. I'm dialing older leads. I'm just trying to get a deal with my old clients. Now, typically I'll do this from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for East Coast. And then from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm doing the same exact thing, new hot prospects for Central. And then from 10 a.m. to 11, I'm doing the same exact thing for Mountain, new leads, hot leads, prospecting. And then from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm doing the same thing for West Coast, new leads, hot leads, prospecting. I'm not checking emails. I'm not checking my in-process stuff. I'm not grabbing burritos. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not chatting about the game. I'm not talking about basketball. I'm not looking at Instagram. All I'm doing is new clients, hot clients, and prospecting. New clients, hot clients, and prospecting. New clients, hot clients, and prospecting. And you know what usually happens? You usually find a deal. And if you don't find a deal, you find a bunch of conversations that you're initiating that will eventually turn into deals. Because look, sales is an action sport. The more actions you throw into the pot, the bigger your fire will be. Every action is a branch. You got to be throwing those branches all day long until you create a fire so big that you can't get out of it, and there's business coming from everywhere. A lot of salespeople are missing out on this 8 to 12 sacred sales zone. I call it the war zone. You have to maximize this zone, do nothing else but get your deal to really, really find your win. One of the most important times in sales, if not the most important, 8 a.m. to noon, sacred sales time. What are you doing in that time? And if it's not trying to find a deal, you better switch, turn everything else off, and try to find a deal in that time. Then it goes on to noon to 1 p.m. Noon to 1 p.m. is catch up and cleanup time. I know a lot of you guys love doing catch up and cleaning up all day long. You're doing it at 8, you're doing it at 9, you're doing it at 3, you're doing it at 4. This is ruining your flow. You see, in your flow state, you have to schedule things and time block them so you could do one thing for a very long period of time so you could really get into that flow state and get better. For example, if I'm taking sales calls, I'm gonna sound a lot better on my 10th sales call than I am on my first. But if I take 3 sales calls, then I grab a burrito, then I come back to clear an email, then I clear a text, take another sales call, I'm completely ruining my flow and ruining my peak potential because I'm not staying into that flow state. So 12 to 1, after I got uncomfortable and went 8 to 12 just trying to find a deal, 12 to 1, I'll catch up and clean up. I'll go to my emails. I'll call back any voicemails that weren't that important and urgent. I'll go to my text messages. I'll check on my in-process, make sure my paycheck looks good, make sure all my tech stuff is good, my desk is clean. And after I finish all of that, and only after I finish all of that, then I will go to lunch. You see, my friends, lunch is earned. You shouldn't eat lunch at any time. You should work your ass off to eat lunch and reward yourself with lunch. As a matter of fact, I just finished a 3-day water fast yesterday. I didn't even have lunch because it wasn't that important to me. You know what's more important to me? Finding a deal. But if you worked your hardest to find a deal from 8 to 12, then you cleared your slate, go eat lunch like a champion and earn lunch and say, you know what? I worked my ass off this morning. I did everything I can. I earned this sandwich. And by the way, side note, don't be eating Taco Bell, McDonald's, and all this shitty food while you're eating lunch, because that's not going to give you the energy that you need to continue the day. You already know these carbs are going to hold you down. They're going to make you go use the bathroom 1 or 2 times. They're going to make you lazy. They're going to make you drink pop, because that's what usually comes with these meals. It's not going to give you the stamina you need to keep going. If you don't eat a burger in McDonald's and Taco Bell before a boxing fight or before a football game, if you're an athlete, why would you do that before a sales day or before a day in your career or your craft when it's just as important? That makes you money, right? It should make you money. Stop talking about LeBron James and all these people that are famous and rich because they don't give a about you. Start thinking about yourself. You are an athlete. You're an athlete at your craft. You're an athlete in your career. So I earned my lunch, okay? And I try to eat a clean lunch. I earned it and I'm good to go. So after I eat my lunch, it goes one or two different ways for me. Number one, during my 8 a.m. to noon, I had such a good day throwing branches in that I'm getting so many text messages back, so many calls back, so many voicemails back after lunch that I'm gonna be occupied with this stuff and I start writing deals. Sometimes I write 2 deals, 3 deals, 4 deals because this went so well. And then I have time to do nothing else but play catch up for my round 1 of my sacred sales wartime rituals. And that's a great problem to have. That means that what I did in the morning is actually working, people are responding, and it's gonna keep me busy all day. But sometimes I tried my best, I did everything I could, and I come back and I don't have a lot of messages or a lot of time. Maybe it takes me 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and I catch up and I'm clear again. What do you do then? Do you think you just, pack up your stuff and say,
yeah, I had a great day today. I messaged everybody, called everybody. I'm gonna go home and I'll see what happens tomorrow?
No, you don't. You know what you do? You go straight to round 2. Round 2. Round 1, I'm just playing for fun. Round 2, you know what I'm gonna do to you? Round 3, you can't mess with me. Come on. Round 2. Round 2 means everybody that you called in the morning, from your new leads, your hot leads, and your prospecting, your old, warm, cold dialing, everybody you called, texted, and voicemailed in the morning, you're gonna do it again to the same exact people. And guess what happens? Some people are gonna answer you in the afternoon and they couldn't answer you in the morning because that's when they're free. Some people are gonna answer you in the afternoon and they couldn't answer you in the morning because they see you're consistent and they're like, damn, this guy's really trying. Let me answer them and see what they want, or let me talk to them. Some people are gonna answer you in the afternoon that didn't answer you in the morning to tell you to f off because they know you keep calling them. That's still okay. Any response in sales is a good response. So round 2, you start doing the same exact thing again. Texting, voicemailing, emailing, calling my hot, calling my new, calling my prospects. I'm dialing again. And then I finish that off again. Take a small break. Play catch up. I did a good job. I did 2 rounds now. Now either this could go one of 2 ways. Either after round 2, you're starting to get business or you start writing deals so that way you're busy for the rest of the day. That's a great day. Good job. It's working. Or sometimes it's just not working in your favor and still you're not getting a lot of pickups, a lot of responses. Maybe you have older leads. Maybe your pipeline's pretty much drained out. You don't got a lot of hot stuff left in it or a lot of opportunity left in it. Maybe nobody's answering. What do you do then? Then you could go home, right? Because you're all into work. No, hell no, you don't go home. You know what you do after that? Round 3, my friends. Round 3. People didn't answer in the morning. They didn't answer in the afternoon. What if they answer in the evening? Do you know how many times I've helped clients and closed deals for somebody I called in the morning, no answer to the text, no answer to the call. Called them in the afternoon, no answer to the text, no answer to the call. Called them at 6 or 7 p.m. and they answered either the text or the call and I ended up getting that deal. Why? Because I went 3 rounds. So there's a lot of people you're not gonna catch in the morning or the afternoon, but you'll catch them in the 3rd round in the evening. So now I'm back doing my new, my hot, and I'm prospecting again. And now I'm doing that 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock and I finish round 3. Could go one of 2 ways. Either I start getting deals and that evening works out for me, or I finish off the day, send out all my missiles, exhaust everything to my full potential, 3 rounds for the day. Then I clean up and then I could finally go home. But before you go home, you go back over here and you want to do the same exact thing you did in the morning. You want to clear your emails, clear your voicemails, clear your texts, schedule out your day, visualize what's going to happen tomorrow. That way you could leave your workspace and not worry about work. A lot of people leave work and like,
did I call that client back? Oh, who was I supposed to do there? What was I supposed to do?
They're so forgetful and they're nervous and they're stressed out because they bring their work with them home because they don't really know if they did everything they were supposed to do or if they got back to everyone they're supposed to get back to. So the evening ritual, if you duplicate it like the morning ritual, you do the same exact thing in the evening. That way you could leave work, not think about work, know you did everything in your power to succeed, and now you earned your steak and potatoes. Go home and eat your dinner. You deserved it, my friend. A lot of salespeople don't even do round 1 or even get to round 2 and they go home, they're not exhausted. They didn't hit their full potential. If you work with me and you hit 3 rounds, I'm gonna shake your hand and salute you and tell you, look, go home, enjoy your evening. I don't care if you got 0 deals. I don't care if you got 3 deals. You know why? Because you worked your absolute ass off today. And that's what matters to me. You working your ass off. So If you worked your ass off, go home, enjoy your steak and potatoes, go to sleep, relax, watch TV, do whatever you need to do. Come back tomorrow with a clear mind, fresh head, and do it all over again. A lot of people say, well, I didn't find success from this. You're not gonna find success in one day. I've been doing this for 10, 15 years, and I know it's successful. It's made me millions of dollars. It's made me who I am today because these rituals and the sales schedule works. New, hot prospect. New, hot prospect, 8 to noon. After that, catch up. Then round 2, new hot prospect again. Then round 3, new hot prospect again. 3 rounds every single day, morning, afternoon, and evening. Text, email, voicemail, and call. Land, air, and sea. You're gonna find business. You're showing you're consistent. You're showing you're passionate. You're showing you're dedicated. You're showing you're professional. You're showing that you want their business. You're showing you deserve their business. You're showing that you earn their business. You're gonna gain your stripes and gain your competitive advantage against everybody else because nobody else is doing all this. Nobody else could fathom all of this. It's too much shit for the average person to do. So if you want to be a top producer, this is the schedule I preach, teach, and follow every single day that's made me millions of dollars and closed over $1 billion in volume. It's not about the hours you're putting in. It's about the habits and rituals and what you're doing in these hours. If you like this video, you appreciate this video, share it with somebody that needs it that's in sales. I use this in mortgage banking. I use this in solar. I've used this in life insurance. This is the schedule that works for salespeople. Also, like the video. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. If you had any questions on the video or what kind of video you'd like to see next. Also, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm doing this for you. I really want to help you. I want to take you to the next level. Join the academy. We do weekly calls every single week. We have phone sales academy. We have a leadership academy. We got books, planners, playbooks that all come with this bundle to guarantee you success, along with weekly calls and live QA. Join our academy if you're not in it. Follow us on socials. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you could dominate this sales schedule, and you'll see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days later, you're gonna hit me up and say, Ace, it worked. I got a deal from the 3rd round. I got a deal from the 1st round. I blocked out distractions and I got an extra deal today. It's gonna work for you. You know how I know? Because it's worked for thousands of others. I'll see y'all later.